I haven't played this map in a really long time, and we should probably get the better items. Like, I think the chug splash would be better. We're not actually gonna like PvP, but let's just get the crosshair running. Okay, why didn't it save? Okay, this is the one that I like. This is like perfect for me. Okay, boom. Wow. Come on. I'm so not warm. People don't know about this one, do they? Oh my gosh. I used to be the goat at these. I don't know. Are these the cone flips? These awesome high ground retakes. Actually fixed the Wi-Fi problem. I connected to the Ethernet, but now there's just like a massive line. Okay, that's enough free building for now. Okay. Okay, bet. Stream Manager's doing good on YouTube and Twitch. Perfect. Alright. Let's do some 1v1s. I don't know what map though. Mugs 1v1. It's not actually 1v1, it's more like a... It's more like an FFA. But I do like playing it because, you know, supporting the streamers out there.
Seen from the casuals, you can see he has a good understanding of box fighting. He knows how to scroll a reset, he knows how to make good right hand peeks when he edits, and that allows him to completely wipe out some of the more casual players in this lobby. If you're watching in my content, I think you realize, you know, this guy's not crazy by any means. However, of the 177,000 players who played this tournament, he placed 14,700 and...
I bet. So you do know if you play 20 minutes, you get a prize, which is pretty cool. And my loadout is pretty bad. I wish there was a sentinel pump. Dang, there really isn't. Just pick up the twin mag. Okay. Let's get the flag. Oh, let's just work with the weapons that we have in BR right now. No Deadeye. There's no Deadeye. I guess we get the MK. Then we get the minis. I bet. god. I don't know why I didn't place. Oh, he fell. Good, dead. Wow, bad aim. Dead. Can't beat me, bro. I'm too good. Come on, bro. Bro, I gotta take that, bro. Oh my gosh. Yo, I think he got like his brother on or something to cook me. Let's see if it lagged. Dead. Oh my gosh. Yo, I was getting clipped. Dead. Bad at it. That's all I have to say. Oh, there's someone else, yeah. Perfect. Dead. Hey, GG, bro. GG. this person? 20. Gosh, so many people now. My tracking is just better, boy. Is it? Okay. Did you go to escape? Ah. Good side jump from him. Oh. Full piece. Okay. The ramp edits are hard, bro. Good face. Nice. At least the guns reload in this map. It's positive. The spray is just better. The flex SMG is just so good. Like, yo. Maybe. Where is he? Oh my gosh, no way. Dead. Wow. My blood doesn't know. Bro doesn't know the ultimate sneak attack on him. Okay. 3 minutes left. Reflex SMG. Too good, man. Oh! Clipped. Oh, he left. Oh, what? There's a guy over there. Come back here, man. Where is he? Oh god. Can't even keep track of where he is. With all the grapplers and stuff. Okay, he's over there. Oh. Left over. GG. Come on, bro. Looking like a mad boy. He's dead. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I knew I was like a lot higher HP than him. Hold him off. Went all the way over here. I can see it now. Okay, last fight. Give a little warning shot. Okay, bet. Mystery wheel unlocked. What do we get? Come on. Give me the prize. Okay. We get some large XP. What does he get? He gets some medium XP. Bye bye, boy. See you later. Okay, we've got 4 views on YouTube. Nice. And none on Twitch so far. Average view duration 2 minutes. Not bad. Not bad at all. Wait, we're plat 2. let's continue
73rd,
watching.
which means he placed in the top 8.3%. So you can see that by learning some basic fighting mechanics, he is already better than 90% of people playing this tournament. So a little practice definitely goes a long way. Next tier up is competitive player, and this is actually where I'd put myself, and this category is not just for the average players who play competitive, as this would just put them in the top 50% of tournaments, and as we already know, Sweat's already closer to the top 10%, so this wouldn't really make much sense. But this tier is more for players who have actually grinded competitive Fortnite and have tried to get good at it, and this is where the average of those type of players would fall. At this point, talking about what each rank each player is, it doesn't actually really make sense, because everyone from here and above is easily in Unreal rank. So instead, I'm going to look at their tournament results and where they rank based on PR in Europe, because that's the region I'm looking at right now. Competitive players absolutely dwarf the average Sweat. If I load into a Phil 1v1, Zone Wars, Reload Ranked, there is a high probability that I will be the best player in that lobby. Competitive players usually have a pretty decent understanding of the game. They might understand deadside, their rotations, early game strategies, drop maps, how to fight. However, they have a ton of weak areas. Using myself in this example, I struggle to make it deep into stacked endgames. In the last little Cash Cup, which is only open to Unreal players, unlike the Pickle Rick Skim Cup we looked at earlier, I made 4 endgames and placed 16th, 10th, 20th, and 25th. In these lobbies, I'm pretty evenly skilled with other competitive players, which makes it very difficult to get eliminations because fights take a long time. There are also a lot of players above my skill level, which to them, I am a free kill. So since I am nowhere near the skill level where I can play out a game perfectly, as I waste a bunch of materials and every rotate and then run out, this makes it really difficult to actually get refreshes and eliminations in endgame to get my materials back, because other players are either just...
I bet. We're in a game, Plat 2. Let's try and get to Plat 3. Twisted trailers. So the strat, let me tell you the strat for ranked reload, right? You drop basically at the end, and somewhere that's decently close, but at the end. So you have either an uncon POI or people that aren't too great at the game that you can just finish off easily. And then you loot up, you get mats, and you key in the mid game. Because ranked isn't just about, like, it isn't about I lost what I was about to say. It's not about camping. Like, it's not just about for the rank. Like, you're actually trying to do it because you want to improve, not because you want to, like, get a better rank. That's not the point of playing ranked. You want to improve as much as you can. So that you can get better at the game, basically. So we're popping the bigs to get to full shield. Okay, that's not working. Whatever. We need a green pump, which is good. When you have the red eye, you want an SMG, but when you have like a hammer or normal assault rifle, you don't need an SMG. That's big eye is very, it's very long range, but it's accurate. It's a really good gun. Okay, minis. Oh, the grappler. Let's take the grappler. It's not, the red eye isn't unusable at close range. It's just not that good. But mobility is always good. See, that paid off because we got a blue red eye. And those you can just like pickaxe one shot, which is good to know because you don't need to spend time searching it. That one I couldn't pickaxe. Boom. Now we found mats after we have some decent loot. And we did get unconned, which is not great for our rank, but it's fine because we take less risks. And we can have a good beam here. 30, dead. Boom. You don't need to have good mechanics in ranked. Just need to play smart here. That's what I did. He was pretty not stacked and he didn't even loot this very well. Like there's still a bunch of chests, lead barrels I could have gotten. He wasn't full HP. He did give me a lot of the mats that I needed for the rest of the game. Boom. So a 5-2-2, which is good enough to what we can key with, basically. Dead. Right. Let's rush over. He might be low. Let's pop a mini first. Oh my god. Nah, bro. Like, we can't really do anything about that. Look, you just unlucky. There's someone boxing up. Let's go over here. Ready? Okay. We got the stuff we needed. We have a shotgun. We have minis. Perfect. Where'd he go? He's over there. Alright. That's fine. Perfect. We got a red eye. I don't know why my game is so dark though. We always want to be on the move. Ready? Boom. Got him. Let's box out. Grappler. Oh god. Oh my gosh, bro. I accidentally had my AR instead of my shotgun, or else I definitely would have cooked that person. Oh god. Okay. Perfect opportunity. Let's get out of here. We can loot up here on the other buildings or Paradise Palms. We don't have to go for the big building. And here we can just get stacked, just like this. We can farm the buildings for mats. Had better loot. I got the first shot off. Yo, what's good?
just my level or above for the most part. However, there's still a big difference between someone my level and a sweat like Phantom Menace, as he also played this tournament and he was only able to get a total of 4 eliminations, whereas I got 10. He also dealt 950 damage total across 7 games, whereas I dealt 3,486. So a pretty stark difference between the 2 tiers. So how close is a competitive player to someone who actually earns in tournaments? Well, this is Bass CB. He recently qualified to Division 1 in both EU and NA Central and has earned in 7 solo victory cash cows. He's currently ranked 685th in Europe as of recording this, and he placed top 1,747th in the recent solo victory cash cup opens, which is actually a pretty low placement for him because he usually places around top 500 on average. He made 4 end games and placed 7th, 1st, 6th, and 5th. Now remember, I also made 4 end games, but placed 16th, 10th, 20th, and 25th. Bass is incredibly smart at crafting a smart game plan, using items that others often don't, as he was one of the first to abuse stealth splashes and invisibility. But he also plays the end games very efficiently, unlike someone like myself. He barely wastes any materials on every single time he rotates in boxes. He always chooses good layers, and he always has a really good understanding of the meta. Now, looking at the eliminations, I actually got more eliminations than him in this tournament, and I had a better damage ratio. So you may think because he uses this stealth splash strat and based on these stats that he just made it into Division 1 because he's smart and that he can't fight at all. So I tested this in a 1v1. I also 1v1'd a pro and then Shark, a tier 1 player after this, so that I could myself feel the difference between what it's like fighting someone from each of these tiers. Now, one of the main differences between me and Bass when we 1v1'd was just aim. There were a few good times where I was able to piece him and get some damage off, but I just wasn't able to finish my dinner. From a mechanical perspective, both of us weren't making fantastic peaks by any means, and we were giving each other a lot of opportunities for the other person to hit them. But every time that popped up, he just hit harder and ended up actually beating me 5-0. The main difference to me between a competitive player and someone who actually earns is just the mastery of the basics. Bass is smart and can come up with a good game plan, but more importantly, he can actually execute that, unlike myself. And he can actually hit a shot. So what about a pro player then? Well, I also invited Dexy, a pro player who's currently ranked 74th in Europe and placed 10th in the solo series finals earlier this season. He also has a really great YouTube channel that I would recommend you all check out. In the 1v1s against Bass, Dexy actually lost 3-5. Now, in his defense, he was winning.
Okay. Dusty. Dusty is my favorite POI. Like, Lone Lodge and Dusty are the best out of all of the POIs in this map. In the one with Paradise Palms, I like Adobe Adobes, has so many chests. But like, other than that, they're all decently equal, I'd say. Oh my gosh, the rare chest. Bless me up. Perfect. Okay, twin mag, let's take that. We do have a purple red eye, which is super powerful. Okay, this one here. Oh god. This guy's good. Where'd he go? Let's keep an eye on him. Dirty. Okay. So we made the play to run away, which is smart, considering how good I am. Okay. There's actually someone else here. It was probably better than me. barrel shotgun. Oh, hammer. I did not mean to do that, but it worked out. I don't know why my game is so dark. Oh my gosh. 30? Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Slap juice. Nice. Ooh, let's take the fizz. Let us take the fizz. That did nothing. Let's reload. Right, max wood, 200 brick, 200 metal. Perfect. That's key. Oh my god, there's no way. The double shockwave. Oh gosh, there's a third party. No, bro. The third party just comes and cleans it up. crosshair was literally on your face, bro. Might be time to get a refresh. This is the end of the stream for now.